Hey everybody, welcome to my video on asking questions, part of my Econ class survival guide. I'm going to make a case for why you should ask more questions in my class. Now I could make like the intellectual case. There's no dumb questions. We're all in the search of knowledge. Yeah, that's all true. Although there probably are dumb questions. Uh, my opinion on what makes a dumb question is if it's a question that doesn't help you, then it's dumb. But if it's a question that helps you learn and helps you do better, then it's not dumb. Even if it goes way back in time to what the teacher was talking about forever ago, if the question helps you learn, it's not dumb. And you're not dumb for asking it. So let's talk about this for a minute. You're paying thousands of dollars to be in a class. And if you're not willing to participate in class, then you might as well just watch a YouTube video. The only reason you should pay for a class, aside from getting a piece of paper that says you took the class, that's a different issue. But from the learning standpoint, the only benefit to being in a physical classroom over watching a video is that you can interact with the teacher or the other students, asking questions and getting help. So I want to tell a personal story that might help illuminate why I think asking questions is important. For those of you who don't know, the first year of your PhD program in economics is brutal. You take really crazy hard classes, and at the end of the year, you take these comprehensive exams that cover everything you learned in the whole year. They're delightful. And I went right into my PhD from undergrad, and I felt really behind. And so I quickly realized that if I didn't ask questions, I would fall too far behind and be hopeless. So every day in class, I would pay attention, I'd take notes, and if I didn't understand a symbol, if I didn't understand a math trick or a notation, or if I just didn't understand why we're doing something, I would ask my teacher. And the teacher would look at me, answer my question, I'd update my notes, and we'd move on. And I would be with the teacher throughout the lecture. And later when I look at my notes, they could make sense. I learned. I got better. I passed all my cores. But how was I perceived by my peers? Some would tell me, thank you, I was wondering the same thing. I was like, why didn't you ask it? They didn't want to look dumb. I was saying I look dumb. Turns out, apparently I did look dumb. I had a friend who told me, he's like, man, when I first got to know you, I thought you were kind of dumb. That's a direct quote. He told me he thought I was kind of dumb. And he goes on and he says, but the more we talk and the more I get to know you, the more I realize I think you're smarter than me. And I was like, thanks for that really backhanded compliment. But the more I've thought about it, the more I realize, which could I have been? I could be that person who sits there calmly in class acting like I know everything and then fail my exams at the end of the year. Or I can be that person who looks like they're desperate in class and asks lots of questions and gets help and then passes their exams at the end of the year. Which would you rather be? I'd rather get the help I need. A similar story, I had a student last year who came to me near the end of the semester, and he was doing very poorly in my intermediate microeconomics class. Very poorly. And he sits in my office in the chair right there, and he starts crying a lot. And I actually started keeping Kleenexes in my office after him because it was pretty rainy in my office. Anyway, but I asked him someone, like, why didn't you ask questions? Like, why didn't you get help? And it all came down to he was sitting next to a girl that he thought was cute, and she understood what was going on in class, and he didn't want her to think that he was dumb. And maybe she didn't. But she moved on. She got a good grade in the class, and she didn't have to retake it. He got to retake it. I bet she was pretty impressed then. So, why should you ask questions? Well, it depends. Why are you in school? Do you want to actually learn? Ask questions because it'll help you learn. Do you want to get good grades? Ask questions because it will help you to know what you need to pass a test to get a good grade. Are you just trying to look cool while getting the barely passing grade you need to get a degree? You might be able to squeak by without asking too many questions. Yeah. Anyway, I keep joking like what looks dumber, what doesn't look dumber. I want you to know that I think asking questions is a valuable thing. And like I said at the beginning, I don't believe a question is dumb if it actually helps you. Ask them. Get help. Your teacher's getting paid to answer those questions. Or else the school could just record the lectures once, put them on YouTube, and say you just have to watch all the lectures this semester. Yeah, that's about all I got. Thanks for watching, guys. Good luck out there.